Moderation? What are you talking about? Get out of here. All right, changing the oil in my wife's 2022 Compass. What is it? The 2.4 liter multi-air. It's not just one air, it's multiple airs. I got O'Reilly. I don't want to give you my credit card number. That'd be a dumb idea. O'Reilly, and if you can see, save like $7 if you get their Syntec full synthetic and a what are they called? MicroGuard Select oil filter. So you save a little bit of money. You could get 2 of each to save. So regular price $9.99. You save quite a bit of money. It was $71 for 10 quarts of 0.20 full synthetic and 2 oil filters. So I'm not going to complain about that. Is it the greatest stuff in the world? I have no idea. I mean, it's full synthetic, and the MicroGuard filters are pretty well rated. They're not wicks like everybody likes to use, but I'm also not flush with cash, you know. So anyway, let's change some oil. We're up on ramps. Got the tires blocked. It's in park. It's in 4-wheel drive, and I've got jack stands underneath. So I'm gonna get under there and pull the plug, drain out the oil. We'll swap out the filter, throw the plug back in, top off the oil. Bang, dead, done. It'll be great. We'll do it together. I need a filter wrench though. I have no idea which one I need. I also need the I'm inevitably going to make a mess gloves, so we'll get those on. A little chilly out here today. I didn't start a fire, but I remembered I do have a heater out here. The heater was turned off, so I turned it on and cranked it up just a touch. So how is the weather where you guys are? Midwest is we're trying to break out of winter. We're getting there. I'm not overly concerned about the weather. It'll come around. It's always violent around here. I mean, not Tornado Alley violent, but we get some major swings. It was like 75 degrees the other day, and then it was 21 or something in the morning. Crazy. See how see how quickly we can knock this out, and then I might grab the Autel scanner and come on, do a quick look through the computer on this thing, because there's a lot of the computery stuff that's gone wacky on this thing and is basically saying failed or shut down. We got to get it into the shop. It's still under warranty, and I'm not messing with it because I'm not a computer guy. I'm a carpenter, you know? All right, I'm going underneath. Wish me luck. Try to take a drain pan with me. Check. Should probably take my socket with me. Ratchet and a 1/2 inch. I think it's a 1/2 inch. We're gonna find out. No! I need a lift. Too old for this. If I don't come out in a while, call 911 for me. Oh. At least the bolt came loose. Nice. I should have should have been a cowboy. I should have grabbed a towel. Let me grab a towel. Nothing on the magnet. It's not a magnet. No, they never are. They're rarely magnets. I am the messiest oil changing person in the universe. I'm even worse when I do it on a lift because I can be like directly under it and pour it all down me, you know, completely. But, you know, I need to do the brakes on this thing too. I should probably check them while it's in here, but that seems like a next weekend problem. I've got the TJ pulled out, the truck out of the way. I've got the caliber parked off to the side with the battery pulled because I had a parasitic draw and it was draining in the winter and I didn't want it to freeze. And I just brought the ZJ back from my buddy's property up north. And one of his idiot buddies swamped it in the pond while I wasn't there. And he kept it mum. He did change the oil on it and it did run. But the transmission is really full. But it was shifting. So we're going to pull that in at some point. The steering gearbox was broken. I think I don't know if I had that on this channel or not where I was talking about that. So I'm probably going to have to get a new steering gear. We're going to drop the pan for the transmission. We're going to check the differentials because they might have swamped out. Also, I've got posi in the back. I don't want to burn that all up. Might change the oil again. Check the front end. No brakes whatsoever. So I think I got a leak up front and in the rear because both of the dual reservoir leak. So that thing might end up going back up north, but we'll see. It's just not. It's not terribly roadworthy anymore. It's been crashed and banged, and mirrors missing, and handles missing, and tail lights. That'll be in here at some point. I'll give you a walk around on that Jeep. That's my baby. We turned that into an off-roader in 05. So it was about 20 years right now when it had come down off the lift in its final state and turned into a purely off-roading rig, or a leisurely cruising around town toy. But then you're turning 33s on that thing, and the evap system is broke, so there's no fuel return to the tank, and you get like 5-6 miles a gallon, maybe. If we fill up the 22-gallon tank, we'll use it for a weekend of driving it around on property, and then it's toast. So anyway, I've got a parking lot out front. I'm sure the neighbors are happy with that. Well, that neighbor doesn't care because he's got his own parking lot. All right, we are going to throw the plug in, and we're going to pull the filter. Be right back. Hang on, I'm down here. Still here. Don't leave me. I'm scared to be alone. All right. Oil plugs back in. See if I can bust the filter free by hand. Highly, highly doubtful. No. That's a negatory Red Rider. I don't even know if I can get. We'll see which one we can get in there. Those little adjustable ones seem handy. They're really not. Looks like we want to go that way with it. Hopefully it fits in there. I've done this before, so I've got to have the tool, the right tool somewhere. Oh, I need the other filter. Good grief. Oh. Come on, baby. There, there. Not gonna happen. Dang it. That's not gonna happen. Okay. Might end up doing this with. Might end up doing this with vice grips, or not vice grips, channel locks. The good old way. Ah. Come on. The absolute. I wish I could get you guys underneath there and see the stupid placement of this oil filter. I don't even know if these are going to work. It's a teeny tiny oil filter, but it's like there's even less room in the hole of the skid plate to get the thing out. Oh, make it make sense. We might be moving on to a strap wrench. Will that one get in there? Is that small enough? I don't think so. It's teeny tiny. Itty bitty oil filter. I don't even have a. I don't even think I have a filter wrench that'll grab it. Try a strap wrench. Not a fan. We're going to see if it works. Ah. Whatever gets you there, you know? Okay, well, we've gone through, well, let's see, 4 different methods. We might need the gigantic channels. The problem is I don't know that I can get these up there. That's what I want. Take 5! movement. Kinda. We are leaking. I think we're getting there, boys. Ah. Oh, this is terrible. We're getting there though, I think. Something's leaking. Yep. Nope. Oh, golly. Nope. It's turning, but it still is not loose. I doubt I did this much more than hand tight. Maybe not. Oh my goodness. Ah! This is not cooperating at all. Can we get it from underneath? Oh, I might be able to do it with this wireless memory. There we go. Oh, Eureka. Would you look at that? She's coming down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We got it. I have no desire to work on these cars. I mean, I'm not like some old school purist, because I don't know anything about cars. But I do know, working on older cars, less things, you know what I'm saying? What do you think? Should I fill it up with oil? Is that what you guys do? I don't think it makes a difference one way or the other, because there are lots of vehicles where the oil filter's like on the side, so you obviously can't fill it up. But I might do that. I have no idea how many quarts this takes. Anybody know what the 2.4 liter multi-air takes? I don't know how many airs there are. I don't think there were that many airs. But apparently, there is. There's airs. There's airs. Not errors. That's the way I perform mechanical maintenance, is errors. That's still dripping down there. So, how you guys doing? This is probably my worst Saturday I've had all weekend. I'll tell you that. But it's not as bad as changing the VVT solenoid in my truck, which was a couple weekends ago. If you guys stopped by for that, that was not fun. Or changing the coil packs in all 16 plugs in my truck, which was, I don't know, that was last November. Or doing the alternator on my son's Chrysler 200 in a parking lot in a snowstorm, where I had to remove the front passenger wheel and disconnect or rotate out of the way the air conditioner, then roll the alternator out of the way, and then put the alternator back in, and then put the air conditioner back in. Luckily, the alternator was covered under warranty because I had already replaced it once. It was a lifetime warranty, so it was 7 years ago. So that was nice. That was a little bonus that it didn't cost me anything. Praise the Lord. You know what I mean? All right, we're gonna pull that other one, clean up down there, and then we'll pop in the new one. Oh, here we go. Here comes the oil down the arm. Purelator filter does a pretty good job. It's definitely holding a lot of oil in there. All right. I have not. Well, yeah, I probably should. I was gonna not fill it up because I'll probably dump it. Makes for more entertaining content that way, though, I guess. So. Yep. Yep. That went about exactly how I figured it would go. As poorly as possible, is what we like to call that. Now when you hear me screaming down here, you know I've completely fumbled it and probably spilled it in my mouth. Stay tuned for that. About as tight as I can get with that towel. Let's see if I can grip it with these gloves. And I'm going to give a little twisty twist with the channels. Actually, that seems like about it. Oh, I'm going through so many towels here. Good Lord. All right, suppose we can. Well, capacity's not under the hood, so I doubt it's on the door. I doubt they even put it in the owner's manual anymore. They don't ever want you to. They don't ever want you to do your stuff, you know, on your own. Live driving 4K. What's happening, brother? I'm changing the oil in my wife's compass. And we're trying to figure out now how many quarts it takes. 2022 compass oil capacity. Might need to put my glasses on. 4.5 and 5.5 quarts. All right, that was 5 quarts. So we'll dump the bulk of that in. We'll drop everything down. We'll fire it up. Let it, circularize through the system for momentariness, and then we'll check it. I got a filter. I got a funnel. Somewhere. Oh boy. This is 5 quarts, right? Yep. Counting what I spilled on the floor, hopefully it's about 4.5 quarts this thing takes. Actually, I spilled it on the tarp because I learned a long time ago to definitely put something underneath. Yeah. All right. I heard some dripping, but it's just running down, probably through the valve train and stuff. Can you guys hear that? It's about half a quart. We'll give it a little more. I might have. Oh, I think I had some. I think I had some 020, and I ended up dumping it in my truck. Because my truck was getting like that Hemi lifter tick and stuff, so I would run a heavier oil, like a 1040, because it's, higher miles, 140 or something on it. But I was, I'm an idiot and didn't understand all of the valve solenoids and all that stuff inside that go to the engine, and just about did my truck in, I think, running a heavier oil. So we switched it out. Takes 520. I used up all the 520 I had on the shelf, and I think I had to top it off with the rest of the 020 I had from this last oil change. But, live and learn, I guess. You know what I mean? Okay, well. Get the funnel out of there. Cap that off. Get that out of there. Pull these jack stands, get these blocks out of the way, open the door. And we can, well, I'd say roll out, but we're not really going to go anywhere. We're just going to get it onto flat levelness. Level flatness. this stupid car will even let me back it out with the hood up. We'll find out. Know what I'm saying? Alright, should be done with the light because I don't see anything dripping underneath. You know, the first time we bought the car, she got like 2 free oil changes with it at the dealership. And the second oil change that she got in this thing, they didn't even put the filter on tight. I'm kind of complaining. My complaint is that, like, oil change places and shops, the lowest guy on the totem pole is the guy doing the oil changes a lot of times. And that is an entry-level job. It's probably not paying the greatest. And they don't care. They didn't mess up your McDonald's order. They could have blown up your engine. How often do you think that happens? Oh, they were ready to do my two in my garage. Oh, there's too much stuff in there, no room. It's a little chilly outside today. It's maybe Monday or Tuesday. Yeah, it's this needed to be done. The change light came on before I was out of town last week, and then she drove it a little bit, and then we jumped in the car to get dinner last night, and I was like, I was like, okay, well, I know what I'm doing tomorrow. So that is what we're doing. So I figured, hey, I haven't been editing any videos right now for either channel, so I was like, this is a great time to do a little shop hangout. Figured I'd bring you guys along. I do have a couple videos I think that can get edited and put up here. It's just a matter of time. I'm kind of getting back to work, so that's going to take up some time. And I still have to finalize getting the feds their pound of flesh for the year. And then once that's done, state and 2 cities. I basically work out of the big city here, and then I live in a suburb, so I gotta pay both. But they do have reciprocity, although the city is a ridiculously large tax amount. But that's for a different time. We'll rant about that on a different live stream. I don't know why I'm trying to save this glove. Man, I'm cheap. I'm a cheapskate. Anybody else save gloves? Just end up throwing them away anyway. Tried to remove my snow tires the other day. No luck. Like, pull the snow tires off the rims? Or pull the rims off the vehicle? Or you just had too much stuff in the way and couldn't get to it? I actually had tires put on my truck last year. Last year. Because by the time I was going to order some up and have them shipped to my father-in-law's so we could do it in the tires changer there, I was going to end up doing it by myself. There was no one else around. He's out of town for the winter. It was going to cost me $1,200 just to get the tires. So I ran down the street to Bell Tire, and for $1,600 they threw them on, fixed 2 of the tire pressure sensors, and warranted them. So I was like, for $400 it would have taken me easily all day, if not probably the weekend, for me to pull the old ones, put the new ones on, balance them. That would, it's not even worth it. And then I wouldn't have had any coverage on it. So I know I have DIY channels and I like to do stuff by myself, but what's the line from Cool Hand Luke? Man's gotta know his limitations. Alright, we're gonna open this garage door, we're gonna fire this thing up, roll it off of the ramps, let it idle for a minute or so, and then we're gonna cut it off and check the oil level. Coming down, coming down. One of the faux pas electronicalities with this thing is that the parking brake now engages every time you put it into park. I don't know why, but there's 10,000 different things wrong with this electronically. Sounds like a dang lifter tick in this thing. We're in. Pull forward a little bit more. Oh, you can't drive it or back up with the door open. If you try to drive it with the door open, it calls the police on you and locks you out. And, you know, you're not allowed to do that. Sledgehammer, tire stuck to vehicle. Ooh. Going to use the 3-jaw puller. We will see. Good luck with that. That sounds like not fun. What is today? Today's Saturday, right? My days are so mixed up. I haven't worked a lot over the winter, and you know how it is. It just feels like a Sunday-ish kind of job I got going on here, but it's Saturday. Sunday, if we get some stuff done, maybe the other channel will do a little bit of woodworking. That could be fun. I got some things I want to mess around with out here. I don't have my glasses on, but you know, that's okay. Oh, that's definitely low. That's probably about a quart low. All right. Give her more. Feed me, Seymour. Get the rest of this one. And the old stuff goes in here, and it goes to my buddy's waste oil burner. By waste oil burner, I mean his bonfire pit. But don't tell the EPA that. Don't let Gretchen Thunberg know. All right, we gotta start it again, see if we can pass out from carbon monoxide. Oh. I must have laid in oil and then got it on the seat. We're betting 1,000, boys. This is great. That ain't working. We got some soapy water. Luckily, my wife doesn't watch. So she'll never know I got oil on her seat. All right, moment of truth. Well, you're right there. You know, was with the deal, it was like $25 for 5 quarts. A single quart was $10. That's, you know, I'm not good at math, but that's like at least 2 times as much. So we're gonna let this sit here for a second and pretend like it's cooperating. Which it's not gonna do. I'm gonna head over here and see if I can find some more 020. $10.40, SAE 30, got a bunch of Rotella 15.40, $5.20. Ain't nothing in there. All right, well, we crack into the other one and give it about another half quart, I guess. Ah, the life of a cheapskate. Trying to keep every last drop. We were just on the hash mark, so I'm going to guess that's going to be good, but we'll check it one more time before we wrap this, once again, amazing, entertaining, and informative live stream. The crowd goes wild. This is how I am because, you know, YouTube doesn't let me play music on the channel. So I talk to myself. Kind of talk to you guys, but you're not really here. If you're even here. I mean, there. You're there, I'm here. I'll tell you what, I cleaned the heck out of her car last year. I think I did it on my birthday. My birthday, I cleaned her car before we headed to Nashville. It's all dirty in there. What's up with girls and their cars, man? Drum roll! We are toppy top now. Then we almost put too much in it. Oh no, we're midway. We're right there. Spot on. righty. All right, guys, thanks for stopping by while I was working. It gives me some company to have you guys here while I'm doing this stuff. Not the most informative thing, just a basic oil change on a basic, stupid little car. So I'm going to air up the tires in this thing and do a couple other things. Get it out of here. Get the TJ back in here because my princess can't be outside. It's supposed to rain tonight, and she's not allowed to get wet. You know what I'm saying? Because, well, first of all, I'm 21 years old, and it'll rust out even worse than it already is. So check back later for more videos, or check the other channel for more videos, or don't. It doesn't matter to me, really, one way or the other. I mean, my kids are going to starve to death if people don't watch these, but, you know, what do you guys care? Not your kids. Later!